I just don't want to lose
Gonna be
my
outside.
Section 8. I don't want to lose my housing. I have 4 kids. I don't lose my housing.
Okay, so you worry about the wrong thing.
No, I'm just trying to speak to him to see if I can buy the items instead because it's the same thing. I just don't want to lose
Gonna be
my
outside.
Yes, I pay bills, but you have to be on Section 8. If you're rent 2200, I can't do nothing for you. I'm not gonna lie, you gonna have to get the hell on. Yes, I pay.
When you try to help some homeless people and let them use their voucher and try to be a blessing to them, some people just aren't going to be appreciative.
Ooh.
It comes with the territory. You take the bitter with the sweet. Keep it moving.
Ever been on Section 8, raising a bunch of kids, and still find a way to be that girl? Yeah, that's me. People hear government assistance and think you lazy, baby. I'm just getting started. While you judging, I'm waking up early, packing lunches, cleaning up messes, filming content, making digital products, and stretching a dollar like it's Pilates. Don't get it twisted. I'm broke on paper but rich in mindset. They think just 'cause you got 6 kids, your life's supposed to be over now. My kids are my reason, not my excuse. Some days I cry in the bathroom. Some days I laugh till I can't breathe. And some days I do both at the same damn time. But I show up. For them, for me. I might not have a nanny, a chef, or a house cleaner, but I got Wi-Fi hustle, and a whole lot of faith. Real talk. I'm not trying to prove nothing to nobody. I'm just building a life I don't need a vacation from. Even if that life includes food stamps, late nights, and Dollar Tree runs. I'm not ashamed of where I'm at, 'cause I know where I'm going. And baby, I'm bringing my kids, my community, and faith with me. If you're watching this and you feel stuck, let me remind you, you're not behind. You're just in your building season. Now get up, sis. We got an empire to build, right from the kitchen table.
No. Okay, I gotta cut it now. If you're watching this and you feel stuck, let this be a representation. Don't have 6 kids and be single and having to live off government assistance. That's what I want you to know. That's the message we need to take away from this. She said she has days where she's laughing and crying at the same time. Really picture that. Because when I picture that, I picture a very chaotic scene. To be laughing and crying at the same time. And yeah, when you're in that circumstance, I can see how you can get to that point. Because that's a lot to handle, especially on your own. But I just wish that there would have been more advocation about why this is probably what you don't want to do, and you need to think twice before you end up in this situation. Because even how she came on, and I'll go back to it, it was pretty quick and it was at the beginning.
You ever been on Section 8, raising a bunch of kids, and still find a way to be that girl? Yeah, that's me. People hear government assistance and think you lazy, baby. I'm just getting started. While you judging, I'm waking up early, packing lunches, cleaning up messes, filming content.
That sounds lazy to me. If you feel like you're supposed to get applause for doing what we all have to do, we all have to wake up, make our lunch, clean up our mess. But then she said filming content. It sounds like you got some extra time on your hands. I don't think that content should be a part of that if you're on government assistance. I want to hear taking a course. I want to hear really at that point, I want to hear at work or trying to find some work. So I'm just being honest. Listen, you don't get any props for doing what you're supposed to do. If you decided to have kids, then that is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be packing lunches and cleaning up messes. And ideally, you're really supposed to be responsible for them. But it sounds like the government has stepped in and you don't have to be. So now you don't have any urgency And now that's why you are focused on making digital products and filming content. But clearly it's not working because she says she's not making any money on paper. And with digital products and content, there would absolutely be a digital footprint as far as what you're making. So what that gives me insight into is that she's probably not making any money from these things. So she's just doing it as a passion project. But you've got these real tangible kids on this earth that need to be provided for. So I think we need to get more practical about how we're providing.
That's why I sit back. That's why I sit back and I pay attention. I didn't put up no GoFundMe for y'all to help me get this apartment. I did this shit by myself. I don't need to put no place in nobody's name. Cause I can put it in my name. Cause my credit game fucked up. I can get any place in my name. Not in no man's name, not in no man's name, not in my auntie name, not in my motherfucking brother name, not in my motherfucking grandma name, not in my motherfucking cousin name, not in my motherfucking friend name. I get a house or apartment anywhere else in my motherfucking name. I'm the head of the motherfucking household. Okay? Because I'm going to make sure y'all get that shit clear. Okay? Good morning, y'all.
I've reacted to this woman before in regards to Section 8 content. I'm gonna be honest, man. She might have that it factor. She might be the woman version of Charleston White. I wish I could manage her or something, or collaborate with her or something, because I could find a way to really turn her up. But here's the thing: she's entertaining, but again, we're like bragging about things that are just normal. I wish we would raise our standards to where it's like, oh, you could put things in your name. Yeah, an average adult should be able to put things in their own name. If you can't put things in your name, that means that you have a really bad reputation as far as paying your things on time and ultimately just being responsible for your responsibilities. So that's not a flex. It's not a flex to have good credit. It's not a flex to pay your stuff on time. That's just a part of the starter kit of being an adult. And she seems older. So you should really have that down pat, in my opinion. So that I just don't understand why we brag on these things. Like we have created a vaccine to solve like you know, a disease inflicting the world or something. Like we need to get a NAACP award for just taking care of ourselves. We need to raise our standards because that's not something that they're gonna say at your funeral. Like, yep, I think her name is Bossy. Bossy, the impact she made, she paid her bills, man. She paid her bills on time and she could put things in her name. So we need to just really cut this out. No one cares for you to come online and basically just say you're being an adult.
Okay, now I'm coming back with a tip for you young ladies who want Section 8. Come on. Come on in here, because I used to be on Section 8. I'm going to give you a good old tip, right? So let me show you how to beat the system, right? So if you got little kids and they still in school, what you do, and you still got your mama around, you get your mama to write you a note stating that she helps you watch your kids because you go to work, okay? They do not know when you go to work, okay? They don't know what time you go to work, but you need your mother's help. So your mother is going to put on this letter, to whom it may concern, I, blank, 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 help my daughter, blank, blank, blank with her 2 to 3 kids or 1 child. It don't matter. I supply as a after school care for my grandkids. I provide tutoring.
You know what's crazy? You wouldn't have to give this advice as far as making a letter saying that the mom has to take care of the kids if the woman in question that she's referring to giving advice to was with the father and there was only one father. Why is she coming on giving advice like this as opposed to giving advice of don't have kids before you're ready? Be very intentional about who you have kids with. Prioritize getting yourself together before you have kids so that you don't have to rely on government assistance. She's basically trying to give advice on how to defraud government assistance, what it appears. We're going to listen to the whole thing. But this is the advice they get. This is the wisdom they get from the older women. And then we wonder why things are so crazy out here. This is the advice they get. This is the tutelage. And we wonder why we're in this state of affairs as a community.
I provide snacks. I provide shelter for them the whole time their mother is going to work. And I charge $175 a week. She's charging you because guess what? At a daycare, they will be charging you, or whoever watches your children will be charging you. You understand? You get my drift? Or you could say she charged you $250 a week. They don't know how much the fuck she charged you if you pay her or not. But I'm telling you, I'm giving you some game.
If you pay her or
so
not.
She gonna put that on the letter. Once she put that on the letter, she's gonna sign her name. She's going to put her
and then she's gonna sign it,
signature and her telephone number so they can contact her. Because you know they always want to verify shit.
So she can lie. She can lie.
Grandma gonna pick up the phone and say the same motherfucking line that she wrote on that paper. Okay? So now, you're gonna go get that certified. Because you telling the motherfucking truth. Okay? Boom. Once you get that certified, you're gonna take that down there to your motherfucking.
Then they're gonna get it certified and notarized.
Excuse me. Here you are. So they could take X amount of dollars off your rent. Because remember, your rent is such and such. Because you work, you know what I'm saying? And they charging you 30% of your checks, your money. Yes. Okay. So now, once they do your annual, they're going to take off some money. Because remember, they don't give you a whole bunch of money. They don't take off a whole bunch of money at your check. They charge you 30% of what your income. Whatever you bring into your home is what you're paying in your rent. So you want to beat the system. Okay. See y'all later.
So instead of her really giving you valuable advice for you to not end up in the situation, she's giving you advice, if you got 3 kids, for you to commit a felonious crime against the federal government so they can ultimately put you in prison and then take custody of your kids, is what she's doing. Because you know what this sounds like too? What's that public official that just got caught up in the scandal where during the COVID, she was basically, and it was a politician and black woman, and she was basically, she started her own business or whatever, and then she was siphoning funds, public funds, and then sending it through her business, and she just got charged. Oh, let me find that. Well, I can't remember, but it was somebody who just got caught up in something where they were basically siphoning COVID type funds through her business. I think it was selling like masks or something like that. But basically, she's trying to get you to do that on a smaller scale and also implicate the kid's grandma. So now the grandma also could have a possibility it ended up in prison as well. This is the advice. This is the tutelage, just rooted in ignorance, and it's just going unchecked. and nobody's able to tell them nothing, and they're just making all these crazy decisions, and ultimately they're going to end up in a heap of ish, and then going to be looking to get saved from it, and for somebody else to take responsibility for it. But in preconception, you couldn't tell them nothing.
My name is Dill, and I'm the host and creator of a live queer dating show called Curiosity, and I just wanted to address this comment. If you're somebody who genuinely cannot afford a ticket, don't let that stop.
The reason this comment is relevant is because the commenter said, in regards to trying to, I guess, be a part of her live queer dating show, but I don't see a link, and I'm on Section 8 and welfare. I can't afford it. Crying face emojis.
You from coming to my shows. We're not doing that over here. Listen, I believe in the barter system. So if you can create dope art, create content, give me a 10 out of 10 Yelp review saying I'm the fattest ass and I'm the best host in all of these Americas. I will take anything and anything and everything. I just want it to be repurposed in a way that it goes back into the community or back into the show. But do not let finances stop you from coming to the show. Just send me a DM and we will make something work. But again, I barter. So closed mouths don't get fed, and come to this table with something to offer so that we can put it to good use. But other than that, please, everybody's welcome to the show regardless.
She's on Section 8. She don't got nothing to offer. Okay? So, I'm just playing. But apparently not, because let me get this straight. You're on Section 8 government assistance, and you're trying to prioritize going to a live queer dating show, which if you're on Section 8, you probably have kids. So now you've somehow ended up queer, and you're trying to go on the live dating show. Instead, you're prioritizing going on this queer live dating show instead of prioritizing getting off Section 8. So you got time to go to this live show that I'm assuming is going to be in person. You've got time for that. But you're not trying to prioritize getting off the program and actually getting yourself together. You got time to have fun and and go date. Ain't this crazy, man? Isn't this just insane? You really can't make this type of stuff up, to be honest. And I'm at a loss for words. So we'll leave it there. If you could like the video, I greatly appreciate it. Only takes a second, and it actually helps out more than you know. And also, if you can hype the video. Hype is a new feature that YouTube offers where it helps smaller content creators like myself. And basically, when you hype, it actually pushes us to the extent, or pushes me to the extent that it pushes the larger content creators. So hype is designed for smaller content creators. You just press the hype button, then it shows the points. And since I am a smaller content creator, we get more points per hype. And then also Patreon's link below if you want to see self-improvement content as well. But until then, I'll catch you in the next video.